fumbling about with tip touches on the top of the knife edge dune, and as usual, the brake's not doing anything, it's all about the harness. It's harness controlling it, just rolling it level, and then a tiny touch of brake just to damp down as it rolls up. So all the landings have been top landings. Cover that, just drop there. So I was getting a frontal along probably 60% of the wing. All I needed to do was bend the knee, literally just dropping and going forward a couple of inches, and that was enough to recover it. Didn't bother looking up, and you just hear the pump and the sort of wee thud from the wing via the risers as the whole wing leading edge just opens out again. Now, it's not the best example, it's not as good as some examples I've done at St Cyrus, but with the airflow on the knife edge dune, you can see that almost vertically above me most of the time is the trailing edge. At the moment, I would say the C's, the C lines are almost vertical, the A's and the B's are well in front, and at times the D's are actually nearer the vertical. At the moment, definitely the C's. So the wing sits there quite happily, doesn't need lots of brake, doesn't need anything like that. It sits there quite happily aligned with the airflow, and the airflow here of course comes up the slope because of the ridge. It's a very odd feeling, so it takes a while for the students to get used to it. The wing is above and in front. You can actually sit down, feet in front of you, and just as if you're in an armchair at times. So the bird along at the other end of the ridge was sitting up there soaring. He's now cut over the back of the ridge, hunting on the field there. So, going for launch. And launching. There we go. It's just harness control, coming along. Acquire the brakes. Set up for the turn. Cutting back over the ridge. I want to do a relatively direct turn. So get the speed on. Giving me a zoom climb back up. There's the zoom climb. And stop. And zero brakes, and it just sits there. So just as I stopped, eased on maybe about a foot of brake, but stopped in the turn, so there was no run off needed, literally just stopped, the wing pulled me back, half step to get back under it, and that's it, rolled level. At the moment, actually pushing almost the risers up slope. So, just reacquire tactile visual audio, check the airspace, and you can see how far forward the wing is. Sitting perfectly in the airflow there, perfectly happy. To recover that, all we need to do is turn in the harness, wee step, wait, and roll it level as it comes up. Tiny damp on the right brake, and then eased off. Okay, and as I'm tiptoeing up to the top here, I'm actually almost pushing back. So the whole wing is already above and in front of me. That's me coming up to the top path. And as I want to go along to the more flat, and then to beat takeoff, step the wrong way, turning with the harness to keep the wing tip down slightly, keep the wing rolled, so the wing is taking me to where I want to go, rather than me fighting it. I need to roll it level, a wee bit pitch plus the roll, there, and that's it, just stops, standing still. Okay. So, check the airspace, slip it along a wee bit towards the best takeoff area, and for the highest point, and launching not quite into the best lift, but launching into lift, giving me a nice beat along, option for top land, or if there's enough lift to turn, fly back and land again. So while there is more lift along to the right, the takeoff's slightly lower. Here, the takeoff's at its maximum height, and the ridge almost extends all the way back to where I'm standing. So there's only a small transition. So it gives me the maximum amount of vertical in the wind for the takeoff. Also I want to backtrack, so I'm going right to the back of the ridge, so I can add in ground speed onto the wind speed to increase the airspeed at takeoff. Right. Okay, put the phone back in the pocket and get ready to launch. And the flag's still showing nice wind there.